Hi everyone, welcome back to Stamp with Anna, and today I have my last thank you card, which I made personally I personalized for each of my customers for their orders in January. And what I did, instead of mass producing thank you cards this month, was to use a product that the customers ordered and make a card using one of the products. And this customer of mine ordered the awesome new Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. And it has coordinating dies, of course. This is the stamp set. It's Hey Birthday Chick, and it's got these great little chickies on it. And then it has some dies. You can cut out all of these, and then there's a die for little streamers, and I think this is more of an embossing die. And then you have a fence, a little chick, a bow, and a sack. And there is also another set that was available a couple years ago as a celebration free set, and it was called Hey Chick. But it was discontinued, obviously, after celebration, and they brought it back, and it has more chickens. And if you notice, this little chick looks much like this little chick here. And this one looks like this one, and this one looks like this one. So I think this is just the birthday version of these guys. And when they brought this one back, they also decided this time that they were going to also make some dies to go with it. And you have a tree stump, you have a fence, a little barn, some eggs, and this is adorable. This is a corn stalk, and here you have all your corn. It's really, really cute, and you have a little sign here. And they are all interchangeable, but today I'm just going to use the birthday chick one because that is what my customer ordered. But keep a lookout. I will be posting some more projects intertwining these two sets. And these two sets are available until June 2021. So this is the card we're going to make, and it's a real simple card to make. So what I've done to start out with, I have a piece of thick basic white, 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score this much like a regular card. Let me just grab my paper trimmer. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, as I said. And normally when you're making a horizontal card, you'd score it at 5 1/2, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, 5 1/2. Okay, so there is my card, right? But I only need half of this. So what I'm going to do after I've scored it, I'm going to bring this in, one of my sides in, and I'm going to cut off 3 inches. So now my card base becomes 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. And now I have this 3 inch by 4 1/4, and I need to just make that into a square. It's already 3 inches on one side, and there's my other 3 inches right there. Oh, and I just had this great idea as I'm doing this. All right, when my original one, I threw this piece away. I've decided to change that now. Okay, so here is our card. And I'm going to do most of my assembly work because we don't need to wait for that. I can just start assembling. Here is the card. Now the first thing we're going to do is to start assembling. And I have a piece of Poppy Parade that's 2 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to just layer that right here on this panel. I have another piece of Poppy Parade, which is 4 by 5 1/4, right? 4 by 5 1/4, that's right. And I'm going to attach this on my inside. And when I do this, I want to make sure that the tops of both of these Poppy Parades are level. See, so I want this top line to be that top line on that top line. And double check that they are level along the tops and the bottom. So now it is, and I'm going to drop it down. And you see this seamless, okay? On this piece here, I just have a piece of scrap designer series paper. This came from the, what was it called? The Berry Blessings during Celebration. It was one of the freebies. And I just had some scraps left over. So I decided to use it up. So this is 2 by 3 3/4. And I'm just going to drop that right in there. Now I have a piece of whisper white, basic white that is 3 3/4 by 5, and this is the inside of my card. So I do want to stamp this. So I'm going to bring in my Poppy Parade ink, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says, "Let's celebrate you." Okay. And now that is going to be attached to the inside of my card. Nice and easy, right? And again, I want this to line up with my designer series paper. So I'm going to roughly put it in, line it up, and drop it in. Now I know you can see that, but that's okay. I have another piece of Poppy Parade, which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I'm just going to put some adhesive on the left side of that. And that's going to go right here. And I do want to try to center this from this side to this side. Okay. And the last little piece of DSP I have is a little strip. It's about 1/4 inch by 3 3/4. And I'm just going to place that right here, just to give it a little bit of a decorative edge on the inside. So the card is all put together. Now we just have to decorate. And remember that 3 by 3 piece we made? I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And I'm just going to do some light sponging on this. First thing I'm going to do is make my sky. And for that I used Balmy Blue. And I have a quartered sponge. And I'm just going to come in off the side and lightly sponge to make my sky. Okay. And then I'm going to do my grass. And the grass I'm going to do in Pure Pizzazz. So same thing. It's my quartered sponge. And I'm going to start off the edge of the paper and come in. And just very roughly it looks like sky and grass. Now this is going to go right here. So I'm going to attach that. All right, we'll drop that right in the middle. And now all we have to do is our die cutting. I have already stamped my my chicks. I did the little chick and I did the bigger chick blowing out the candle on the cupcake. Rather than sit here and have you watch me color, I did it in advance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. And I'm going to die cut them. Find the pieces here. I have my magnetic plate. And find my little chick. Oh my God, I just love this little chick. I'd line that up. Okay. And then I have my little chick. Oh, I'm just noticing I forgot to color the little chick's hat. Well, I guess I'm going to run it through separately because that's, you know how magnets go. All right, I'm going to put my plate over and I'm going to run that through. Oh my God, isn't that chick cute? Now I have the little one here. And I'm going to die cut it out. And then I'm going to grab a Stampin' Write marker and color his hat. I totally forgot his hat. And I'm going to run that through. And there he is. And then the set also comes with this Happy Birthday die. And what I'm going to do, on my original card, I just die cut it once in the Poppy Parade. But as I was talking and explaining what paper we needed, I had an idea. So there it is in Poppy Parade. And now I'm going to bring in that little strip of white, and I'm going to cut it out in white. Because I have an idea in my head. Let's see if it's going to come to fruition. Okay. And there it is. In white. Now my idea here was, just bring in my pokey tool, empty. Since just about everything in this card is layered, white in Poppy Parade, why don't we try to layer the greeting as well? So my idea was to offset it like this. Let me see, I might like it, I might not like it. And because I'm not crazy about this little blurb I got there, I think I'm going to move my sentiment to the right. Yep, I think I do like it. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue with my glue pen on the red one, because this one is going to be the one that's on top. And I'm going to attach that to the white one with ever so slightly shadow. And I think I'm going to make my shadow off to the right. So I'm just going to scooch everything over a tiny bit off-centered like that. Perfect. And now I'm going to turn it over and put some more. And now I'm going to put it right here because I do want to kind of cover up that little smudge I had. Last thing we need to do is just add some dimensionals. One of the last things we need to do. I have a few things I need to do. I'm going to add some dimensionals. I'm using the mini dimensionals. And I do want to be a little generous here so that my chick doesn't cave in. And a few on the little guy. These chicks are just so cheery. And since this is the birthday chick, I'm going to place this one first and then decide where his little friend is going to go. So I'm going to place him down here, and his little feathers are going to be off the card just a bit. And this little guy is going to be right here like he's jumping for joy. Now I have these little red jewels that I had in my stash. I don't know if these are still available or not. Probably. And I'm just going to cut a few. I'm going to put one up here. And one over here. See how I like that. And another one down here. I'm going to move this little guy over just a tad. What I'm going to do is just come in and color that little party hat with a Stampin' Write marker. And there we go. Card is complete. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, I just love these chickies. Happy birthday. Let's celebrate you. Now remember, these are available until June 30th, and you have 2 different sets to pick from. Hey Birthday Chick Hey Birthday Chick, which is the one that I used, and Hey Chick, which is the returning favorite. And they each have a set of coordinating dies. So if you have any questions about this project or any of the products I use, certainly contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. And if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with whom you work, certainly reach out to me and I'll be glad to get you a catalog in the mail. And while you're here, if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up, and if you would please subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you back here later with another project.